We are ready.
Okay, thank you, Peter. I'd like to call to order the Glens Falls Urban Renewal Agency regular meeting for Thursday, February 25th. I would look for approval of the Glens Falls Urban Renewal Agency meeting minutes of the October 29th, 2020 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we've got a little bit of change here. Bob, do you want to go ahead and address the audit?
Yes, sir. I guess you all got the copies of the audit. Financial highlights are on page 3. We basically have an accumulated deficit around 146,000 plus. That goes back to the CB Sports project. We closed on 3 properties in 2020, the 65 Prospect Street property that was sold to John LaRocca of Briband, and the 2 Hovey Street properties that we sold to Habitat for Humanity. We did accept a parcel from the city last year, 62 First Street, and I think, Kara, you could probably speak to the status of that.
Yeah, it's the same situation we had with the last parcel, that they're looking to wait the time frame in between which service was provided to the prior owner with respect to the tax sale, so that they can obtain title insurance. We've provided them with all the documentation that we had between our office and Dennis Tarantino's office, because he handled the tax foreclosure sale. I'm just waiting for their attorney to get back to me to see if they want to just proceed without title insurance or if they want to wait. And if they want to wait, then I think it'll be July.
Okay. And I believe that the amount was around $12,000 that the city would receive for that sale. And that would, the majority of it would go to the city from the agency. And that's about all that we have on the audit, Mayor. The findings, I mean, it was very slim, obviously a quiet year, some of it attributable to the COVID-19, but not a lot of activity.
Do you want to discuss our new auditor? And how we're going to
Sure. We were informed by Mike McCarthy, who's done the audits for the agency for many years, that he could no longer do this for us. He has some other things that he has to do and consumes a lot of time. So the mayor and I started looking for perhaps another firm to handle our audit. And apparently there aren't that many auditors or who do financial statements who deal with governments and government agencies. So we were rather limited. I talked to one outfit that decided or considered doing it, but said that the fee would be much greater than $3,500 per year. And the mayor reached out to a CPA, Gene Lapper, who now has an office on South Street. And I don't know if any of you got a copy of an email that I sent an hour or 2 ago.
Yep.
She just proposed, she's very interested in that and would like us to consider her for the job. And her fee would be $3,600, so a little less than others.
Seems fair and reasonable.
So we actually have a resolution. We want to do that down the road though, right, Bob?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Payment of bills. You want to go over that, Bob?
The only bill that we have is from McCarthy and Conlon for the audit for the year ended. It is for $3,500.
Okay. Motion to approve.
Make a motion, we approve payment of the bill.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Old business, Bob.
I have none. I don't know if anybody else does.
Okay, seeing that no one has made any comments, how about new business? You got any, Bob?
I do not have any new business, Mayor.
And
No.
does he had some properties this year, maybe?
I did speak to Suzanne Kasich, the controller, a while back, and she indicated that because, again, similar to what Kara was talking about, that there is a redemption period for people on foreclosures, and it may be summer, June or July before we would have some indication whether any properties could be sent our way.
It's a little bit of a,
Now, go ahead.
I was just gonna comment, it's a little bit different now with all the COVID legislation that the governor put in about, not being able to foreclose and so on. So it's gonna probably be a while. I don't know. We've had people that are, way behind in their taxes, but there's a process that they're gonna have to go through. So we probably won't know, as Bob said, if there's any properties, probably till at least the end of the summer.
So we're going to wait now until these properties go through that process, so we don't have this happen again in the future, that someone, we have to wait, or?
No, so Kara, maybe you can explain that a little bit. It's about getting clear title to the property.
Right.
Yeah, so the law says that if your property gets foreclosed on in a tax sale, that there's technically this 2-year period of time that you could come back and try to buy your property back. But leading up until that 2-year period of time, there's the property owner gets significant amount of notice with respect to the tax foreclosure sale. I mean, they've gotten all sorts of late notices leading up to this. They're clearly on notice that they're behind in their taxes, but the law still gives them this opportunity to go back in and make themselves whole again and try to take the property back from the municipality. So what the title companies are saying when they review the property, they're saying, well, look, these people still have, 6 months left. They could come back. We're not willing to take on that risk and insure the property, because if this person were to come back and try to buy the property back, it's a risk the title company is not willing to take on. In most cases, the buyer is willing to take the risk on, but the title companies aren't willing to insure it that until that time frame is passed, that period of redemption. And now, as the mayor has said, with respect to the COVID rules, now this is going to be compounded when we're able to move forward on foreclosures and evictions and all these types of procedures that are currently at a standstill. So I think you're going to see like right now, I don't believe tax foreclosures can go forward right now. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't think they can. But once that opens up, then I think you're going to see a further delay here with the process as it moves forward, because just because of COVID and that. But technically, it's the reason for in this particular case, and it happened previously, is this 2-year redemption window that the buyer, the owner of the property, has a right to come back and try to purchase back the property.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there any other new business? Okay, so I guess what we will do, we'll look for a motion to adjourn the regular meeting.
Make a motion to adjourn the regular meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. So now, Bob, do you want to just go ahead and run this governance and audit committee agenda?
Okay. The governance and audit committee consists of the same members that are here for the full committee, because we don't have a lot of members. But we need, per the PAA, Public Authorities Accountability Act, we need a recommendation from the audit committee to the full agency accepting the audit from McCarthy and Conlon for the year ended as a resolution.
So
Make a
moved.
motion, we approve it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
And we then need a governance committee recommendation to the agency accepting the adoption, ratification of policies and procedures. And just for your edification, in the packet that I sent to you, it was a little thicker than normal. and it allowed you some extra reading if you wanted it of the actual policies and the procedures here. But we would need a resolution accepting the adoption, ratification of policies and procedures.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right. Audit Committee recommendation to the agency of the approval of the designation of the official depository for operational funds, adoption, ratification of appointment of agency counsel and agency's official newspaper. The depository would be Glens Falls National Bank, agency counsel Carol Leas, and the agency's official newspaper, the Post-Star.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that adjourns the Governance and Audit Committee meeting, Mayor. I guess we could have a resolution on that.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Do we still have to do the Gene Lapper thing?
Yeah, we do.
We'll do that right at the end. Yep.
We'll do that at
Okay.
the end. Okay.
So now we're on to the annual meeting, regular meeting agenda, Mayor.
Right. So we want to, first resolution, reappoint the CEO, CFO, and CEO would be Robert Curtis, the city clerk, and he is the URA secretary, and the CFO is Susan Casius, the city controller. Motion to approve them.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Second is a designation of the official depository of operational funds, Glens Falls National Bank. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Third is the adoption ratification of appointments. A being agency's counsel Carol Leas, and Esquire Fitzgerald Morris Baker Firth PC.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then the next part of that would be the agency's official newspaper is the Post-Star.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, yeah, Bob, do you want to go over to PAAA matters?
Okay, we've done this for years. We have to go through an annual review, readoption of the mission statement, the performance goals and organizational chart. We have to then submit that to the PAA, the actual resolutions that were passed, that we're aware of that. I don't know if you've had a chance to look in your packets, if there are any items of discussion on that. It's pretty well cut and dried. The mission statement, the performance goals, the organizational chart, and then the annual review, adoption of policies. There are 3 policies: the investment, procurement, disposition of policy guidelines. All of that information has to be sent to the PAA as well, along with the resolution. And Kara, I don't think there've been any changes to any of this over the years. Would you agree with me on that? There's been no need for change.
Right. There's been no new changes, definitely not this year. And so anything that was in prior years, we've addressed, but no changes this year.
Okay, thank you. And then the annual review, ratification of policies, the code of ethics, compensation, reimbursement, attendance policy, defense and indemnification policy, the FOIL policy, travel and whistleblower. Those are largely, we have to follow the rules, but they're largely for larger agencies than ours. Adoption of policy regarding issuance of bonuses, and then a statement regarding lobbying. Years ago, we did sort of revise the lobbying statement, and I think that still holds true. And that is about it on the PAA matters. We could probably do a resolution, Mayor, if you'd like, just one resolution covering all those topics.
I agree, and look for a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So D is adoption of policy regarding issuance of bonuses. What the heck is that, Bob?
Really, I don't know what bonuses are. Do you? Okay. Review and acceptance of McCarthy and Conlon audit. I know we've talked about it earlier and we've passed the resolution to approve the finance on that, but we do need a resolution for the PAA on that. And then a
Motion.
approval of the audit.
Make a motion, we approve the audit.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then finally, Mayor, any other legal business that may come before the agency? And I think if the agency wants to consider Gene Lapper, the CPA, who submitted a letter of interest, would be willing to do this work for us for this fiscal year to the amount of $3,600. We could do that as a resolution, and we would send that to the PAA as well, so that they would know that we have coverage from that
For a
standpoint.
motion to approve Gene Lapper, CPA, as our new auditor.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is that the end of our annual meeting, Bob?
That, as far as I'm concerned, it is. If anybody else has anything, I don't know, Kara?
Nothing from me.
Okay.
And nothing from me. So with that, I guess we would look for a motion to adjourn the annual meeting.
Make
And
a motion, we adjourn. That was a long meeting for us.
that was,
Yeah.
Was,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So we're done, Bob, right?
we are done, and I will let anybody know if, as Kara said, it's going to be probably later than June or July. If there are any properties that come our way, it may be the fall, but we'll let you know what the mayor and Suzanne think about that and whether something could be sent our way.
Okay.
Maybe we could have a bake sale, raise some money.
There you go. I'm a lousy cook.
All right. Well, thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Thank you.
Gentlemen,
you.
enjoy.
Bye.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. Stay safe.